Welcome back to Johnny Custom Glock's Frontside Press, where I'm here with Julie and Jeffrey. Give me a fist bump on that. Oh, that looked good. No, and we have a really big show tonight. We'll talk about a boat incident. Yep. Where'd that boat thing happen? Was that around here?
Punta Gorda. Yeah, there's a bridge in Punta Gorda. Definitely local.
Then,
but I have a cousin that lives in Texas, and he shared it on his Facebook page today, and he lives in Houston, so it's not really local anymore.
So
but we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. So what we're going to do, everybody who's watching, a whole bunch of people.
It looks like. Where'd it go?
What did you do?
I don't know.
Try again. On the Rumble.
3 on YouTube. Hell yeah, getting those YouTube numbers up.
Freaking rocking this bitch. Woo! All right.
Helps with the algorithm.
All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to spank the sponsors real quick.
Ooh.
Julie was way out of control this weekend.
We're going to get them monetized before we even get started.
Yeah. So first, I'd like to thank our king sponsor, Johnny Custom Glocks, because life is way too short to have a Glock trigger that sucks. So this, I don't know what the box is. I can't see because I put that thing there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll do one of these just in case. All right. So that is what you should have in your gun.
This is the wrong one.
All right. Well,
This is last week.
we'll go back. You're supposed to be running this thing. Hold on. Do this. Then come up.
There we are. Okay, thank you.
Yep. All right. Technical difficulties. Julie has difficulties with technology, so there.
I did help you the other day.
Oh, here we go. She's going to ride that wave forever.
Of course.
Here, let me show you how to make the screen smaller. Yes. You came to my
I
rescue.
did one thing right.
All right, so follow Johnny Custom Glocks on all his social media. Go back, see his old stuff. You should watch all his videos. He puts up really great information. They are the world's best Glock trigger. I don't care what anybody says. That's a fact. Okay, he is the most knowledgeable man on the planet when it comes to Glock triggers. All right, and he's got a new one coming out, and I'm getting tired of waiting for it, so I'm just going to go get it because some of us have special privileges. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to name names who it might be, but I'll be rocking a new trigger in like 2 weeks.
Oh, we have 13 people on.
Yeah.
Lana and Kat and 6 other people.
Everyone wants to hear about how friggin' good the match was.
Yeah.
All right. Our jester sponsor, Sean Hilton from SmokeShow3D.com.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh, yeah, baby. Right. So if you ain't got one of these badass, what are they called? Armor's blocks, then you need to go over there. Oh, can you go open that for the dog?
Yeah.
He's going to hurt himself. All right. And get yourself one of them because if you got a G-Lock and you don't have one of them, then you're probably not taking your gun apart.
Where'd you go, Percy?
I hope it was him. If that wasn't him pushing on the door, things are going to get interesting.
He's a boat captain.
Yep. So, get yourself one of them. Sean's got a bunch of other stuff. We're giving away.
Keychain tonight?
We have it.
What else are we giving away? What else we got?
I'll go over here because that way I can see it. No. Yeah.
Jane.
Yeah. All right. Unless you live in a stupid ass state of Massachusetts, then you can't have that because it's not 10 rounds.
A scary magazine.
Yep. All right. Also, like to thank Self Defense Emporium for giving us a giveaway.
Oh yeah.
I don't have the.
So next week we'll be giving away last week's
Yeah,
because we don't have
clipboard.
the clipboard this week, but we'll still draw names for this month. All right, for April.
Yep.
All right, and it's not April Fool's Day, and had to get some article come by some smart ass getting me all excited, then going, "Don't you see the date?" I'm just telling you, they're just bad people out there.
Mm.
Smart asses.
Smart asses.
Better than being dumbasses, I guess.
So a man told me in Germany once, I'd be a smart ass and a dumbass.
Dave Lee is on. Louis Soto.
David Lee just had a birthday, didn't he?
I think he did.
Happy birthday to my brother.
Barry Chris. Lana's
Wow.
on. Sean is on. Patty is on.
Wow, all right.
Yeah.
Rocking and rolling tonight.
Corey's on. Sean.
All right, so we are like this far away from doing live stuff at SDE and having people come in. So
Nice.
we'll have to figure that out.
Vern's on.
Vern.
Al's on.
Vern's free. He's a free man now that he has his own
Yeah.
thing.
Okay, there you go.
Mean old cat. Trying to keep him confined. But no, I set him free.
Oh, Dave Lee said his birthday's in December.
Well, didn't he just come up on a thing? Well, maybe that was my birthday and he was wishing me a happy birthday.
Maybe.
I don't know. That could be it. All right. So we're going to do the toast and get to the show.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So everybody get their beverage of choice.
Smells good, huh?
Does smell good.
Yeah.
But what's in it? Burnt.
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 Yeah, it has
This has got burnt in it.
whatever that means.
I like to sprinkle burnt on my pizza.
It has vanilla, custard, caramel, corn, orange, black pepper, grape, burnt, whatever that is, and
Burnt.
and rye.
There we go. All right.
Called Jayhawk Rye.
Oh, you know what I bet it was? I bet you it was Gabriel closing his bedroom.
Oh, maybe.
So you may want to go close that.
Yeah, so we don't keep him awake.
Yeah, because I'm definitely not going to be quiet tonight. Feeling a lot better than I was last week, or whatever week it was. So, I had the boys in blue come by today.
Yeah, nice guys.
What'd you do now?
Very excited. Very
Did you
excited.
tell him to
about
call
it.
me? Did you give him my card and tell him you're not saying shit?
That's what I said. He walked through the door. I looked up. I go, I didn't know it was full auto. He's like, Mike.
I didn't know I needed to stand for this. My lawyer sent me an article the other day that said the NFA Act was dismissed. What is this all about?
That's right. I got plenty of full autos now. You want to see them? Made a silencer
Nobody
out of
wants
this.
to see your
1 liter
full
bottle.
auto, trust me.
All right. So here we go. Ready? Everybody got their beverage of choice?
Mhm.
Hold on. We got a quote. This one's from David Bowie, baby.
Mhm.
All right. I don't know where I'm going from here, but I promise it won't be boring.
Cheers. So I'm going through my channel analytics. Go subscribe to Musings with MGL. I'm now at 8,854 subscribers. So whatever that is away from $10,000. And get this. My estimated revenue from last month, $16.41.
What?
To be deposited in my account.
Very nice.
So that's just
Go get a new
rolling in.
car.
I know. Well, I'm about ready to stop being a lawyer and just be a YouTuber full time with those revenues.
You're on your way, brother. You are. Hey,
Fucking
we're gonna
crazy.
be recording a show next Wednesday night with Shark Coast, who is
Yep.
absolutely killing it with a video they put up, and it's got some ridiculous amount of views. I think it had 70-something thousand shares.
Wow.
Right? About the guy shooting in the water and shoots the friggin' turns the gun sideways and shoots a suppressor off the gun
Yeah.
out into the Gulf.
Oh,
The Gulf of Mexico. I mean, the Gulf of
Yeah.
America.
Gulf of America. Get it straight.
So, all right. So where are we going to go first, Jeff? What do you want to do first?
Well, let's just talk about how GSSF went last weekend. I know a lot of the guys I see on here watching the show were at the event. They shot at the event. So let's just kind of talk about how that went. By the way, my top video has 326,700 views on it. So, just saying.
I don't have one of them. I need one of those.
Oh, shit. This says my estimated revenue is $63.60.
Ooh.
Shit, you went up $40-something just by having me on the show.
Yeah, 300. My watch time's up 32 hours. My subscribers has been up 7.7K, and yeah, my estimated revenue $63.60 for 2025 so far. Damn, I am crushing it.
You are crushing it.
Nice.
Gone down recently though, because I haven't made a video in a little while, so it's down. It's down lately. But setting that aside, so yeah, let's talk about GSSF. How did everybody do? Did it go without a hitch? Was it successful? What happened?
Sean says, make sure to give Oh Willie Boy the stand and block that he made him. Who's Oh Willie Boy?
Did you send it to me? Oh, Will. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Got it. You'll see him.
I thought I dropped that off to him already, didn't we?
I don't know.
We'll give him
No, you're not really good at delivering things that people win.
Oh, I just didn't give it to you because you talk shit.
Apparently, you didn't give it to that guy either.
Before we get into how great the match was, all right?
You didn't get it to that guy either.
And I'm sure it's got nothing to do with they named it after me and put it on my birthday.
Nothing.
Which I got to tell you is one of
you
the
can thank the
coolest
hurricane for that.
friggin' things. No, I can thank the president of the GSSF.
Yep.
Because I can tell you right now, when he called me the other day and said, how'd your birthday match go? I was like, oh, don't you mean the hurricane match? No, that's not what I said.
Did he give you a Boston cream pie donut this time? No.
No, because he wasn't there.
Yeah.
Before he became president of the GSSF, he used to bring me a Boston cream donut because I'm from Boston and sing me happy birthday down in Okeechobee match, right?
Yeah.
Like just an awesome guy, right? I love Scott very, very much. Okay. But I gotta say this. So I'm getting ready to shoot. We've been waiting like an hour?
Oh no, we got there at 9:30. Couldn't shoot you at 12:30.
So we're waiting.
3 hours.
All right, because we picked the wrong lane.
Yeah.
To be in. All right.
To go first, yeah. Well, Saturday was there were a lot of people there Saturday.
It goes Gabriel, Julie, me. Okay. So Gabriel's shooting, and the guy running the match comes down, Freddie, and he's like, hey, are you shooting? I go, well, Julie's shooting next. I go, then me. He's like, you got to go up to the building. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Right now? He goes, yeah, go see, was it Warren? Is that who it was? Is it Warren?
I don't know who was in
Trying to
the
think.
You
I
had
think
to go
it's
see
Warren,
somebody
right?
up there.
Great guy, right? But I'm having a brain cramp right now. You go see him. And I go like this. I go, what do I do now? Right? He goes, oh, no, I think it's good. And I'm thinking, how good could it be if you're going to make me run up there before I shoot? So I freaking run up there, right? I get up there, I walk in, I go, hey, what's up? And he goes like this. He looks at me and goes, I got to tell you, I'm really glad you're here. And I'm thinking, I had to come up here so you could tell me you were glad I'm here. So I'm like, thanks. He goes, but I think you're going to be really glad somebody else is here. And I'm like, you got to be freaking kidding me, right? And he goes, right behind you. And I turn around, and it's my freaking mother. Right? So Julie set it all up, had my mother come down. She stayed with my aunt for a month. For a week. And then the both of them came, right? And I was just like, and Gabriel was with me, right? I'm just like, take your grandmother, get her set up. I got to go shoot. And then I had to freaking run back.
You had the biggest smile on your face when you came
I was
back.
very happy because I was like this. I'm like, I can't believe the GSSF named a match after me, put it on my freaking birthday, and nobody came down. Right? So I get back and shot, and then my mother comes down, and understand this. This was Sunday. My mother had surgery Tuesday on her shoulder because it's been trash, and they've been putting it off. She's been in a lot of pain, and she came down. She shot. I go, Ma, you don't got to do that. I'm going to do it. I'm like, great. They're just going to think that every guy that shoots besides Gabriel is freaking hurt going through the match.
You're
Right?
just tough.
But she shot the whole match, had surgery. So, put her in your prayers because she's in a lot of pain. They're going to have to send her to rehab and stuff like that. But she was in a lot of pain before this. But came down and shot the whole match. So now the whole thing is going to be like, let me help you out. If my mother with a bad shoulder at 80 years old could bring the gun up here and drive it out, so can you.
Yeah.
So that's going to be my whole mantra from now on.
Yeah.
Well, my mother was 80 years old. She, wasn't a pussy like you. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's bad. It's your decision to act like a big crybaby. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I got to give a shout out to my mother, who's still in the hospital right now. So like I said, put her in your prayers. But that's my Gracie.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah. She showed up. She shot good. Came to
she
dinner.
did.
Yep. Oh yeah, and then Julie put on a surprise birthday. So we had a private room, cake, had all the volunteers from like the GSSF there, the actual people from Glock there, because we're all friends anyways. I tell you, Fred gave me this friggin' badass GSSF coin.
Oh, nice.
And on the back, it's got a scale, and it just says speed and accuracy.
Oh, yeah.
It's really cool. So I think that's going to be my coin to shoot
Very cool.
with. I had it on me.
So I did all the invitations, and Lana got the cake and the balloons. So
Yep.
it was a joint effort, and it turned out really well.
It turned out really well. We had a bunch of people there. A lot of people that are watching right now were there, but it was great. So it was a good turnout. We had a lot of fun. We talked a lot of shit.
So
What did you think of Pickle?
he's great, isn't he?
I'm assuming I've never met him in person before.
Right.
Right.
But he knows who you are because he watches the show. Obviously.
Yeah, he knows from the show, and I've seen him on here before and stuff like that. But yeah, he's a nice ride.
He's like Pickle's just out of control.
He's a great guy.
Pickle is no different than he was when I met him in 8th grade.
Right, yeah.
So the delinquents are together again.
Well, we're missing
Right.
Pat. We gotta have Pat
We gotta have Pat.
and Ronnie.
Yeah.
So that was like
Yeah.
it was like this. It was like me, Ronnie, right? Because Ronnie was like staying at my house through high school.
Mhm.
When we left, then Pickle moved in, right? Pickle, Python, right? You throw Buck and Beige in there, and then the girls and then we had other people, Tom Marshall, it was a good crew, but it was us all the time,
Mm-hmm.
causing problems.
So when we get up
Right.
there this July, we get to meet all those people again. So I'll be there.
Yeah, we got to do something
Yep.
delinquent-ish.
Something special. Barry Chris said he'll be there next year. I promise. There's Homestead.
Homestead, yeah,
the end of this
don't
month.
don't wait for that. Here's the deal, Chris. Listen, all right. I want everybody to understand this. We do GSSF as a team / family,
Mhm.
right? Understand this: that the reason why we're doing GSSF is because I needed a reason to take time off of work, just so I could see my friends, and then justify it. That's why we do GSSF. All right, so it's. It has always been about being together, going out to dinner together, traveling together, and it's fallen apart somewhat because, you got to understand that at one point, the Veritas team was almost 25% of the entries
Mhm.
of the whole state of Florida.
Yeah.
Not one match.
Yeah.
Like if you combine the whole match, all the matches in the state of Florida that they have in a year, we were, 25%. We were 1/4.
We had huge numbers going. to
We'd
these
have 50
matches.
people. I remember one of the best things, right, is who was it? Who was it was one of the kids. I called and I said, "Hey,
On my horn.
how'd you like the match?" He goes, "Oh, I gotta tell you, like it's like you said, we don't go to a match. we invade a match.
Yeah.
She goes, there are shirts everywhere.
Yeah. Very
Right.
nice.
And when we get the big building open, which will be soon, all right, like we're gonna ramp up, the team again and bring in new people and new good people, because there's just everybody on the team is a great person, and it's like hanging out with the team is just fun. And when we go someplace, it's fun going to a restaurant.
Oh yeah.
And be like, how many are there of you? 25.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Like I get a picture that the table just looks like it's infinite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We went to a diner and they're like, oh yeah, we can do it. I remember like Milo being there. I remember Milo in the picture, like,
Yeah.
Like we just have a great time. Like, did you have a great time, Jeff?
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. We were out there volunteering. Obviously, I went to the one before in Maryland or whatever and shot at it. And this one we were there. My daughter and I went. We volunteered most of the day, Saturday and Sunday. So yeah, we had a lot of fun, even just being judges or score counters or whatever at some of the stages. So that was a lot of fun, and we weren't even shooting.
Well, it's like this. You got to understand that. Like, and I'm going to say stuff that I shouldn't be saying on camera, but here's the deal. Our matches go so well because we run it, right? It's not like, it's like this. I cannot say enough about Manatee Gun and Archery, about their participation and their help in this, and the range safety officers that we had were just phenomenal.
They were great this year.
It was a well-oiled machine.
And,
right.
And Julie got everybody in their places.
Right. Well, it's like this.
Designating jobs that they could do well.
JB runs a match. He's a retired CEO, right? And here's the deal. You will do what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it. She is on it. There is no screwing around. There is no, like, taking too long. Like, she's on it.
Yep.
Right? Everybody is where they're supposed to be all the friggin' time. And that's one of the reasons that it goes well. But you got to understand, she's using us, right? Almost all the volunteers come from the bird, right? Not this bird, this bird, right? And they come from the Veritas team, and we shoot the matches, and we know what it's like to be screwed over, right? So we don't do that to people,
right?
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's the whole thing where if you've got to drive someplace, you've got to fly someplace, you got to stay in a hotel and stuff like that. Yeah. You shouldn't be screwed over because somebody from the local range who's never been at a GSSF match is going to tell you how it is.
Right.
And that's why, those are all the reasons, without Manatee Gun and Archery, without what they did, it's miserable because we had issues last year. Yeah. Right? I mean, Julie Bales is the god of running the matches. Yeah. And here's the deal. Everybody fucking knows it. You know who knows it? GSSF.
Yeah.
They know she is their god.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, she went to a match. They brought I want you to understand this. They brought the captain of the Brazil Glock team over to meet her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this is her. She is our god.
Not me. Julie Bales.
Like that. I mean, like, without her, it doesn't work.
No.
But without all the pieces, it doesn't work as well as it does. You know what I mean? Because last year we had some problems, right? And it still was so well run that Glock was like, oh, we love you guys so much. You know what I mean?
They gave us an extra gun last year because it was run so well.
They gave us an extra gun because we broke the record.
Ah, okay.
And guess what happened this time? What happened this time, Jeff?
You got an extra gun because you broke the record from last year.
Again.
Yes. So Sean has a question. Will it be Team Veritas or Team Self-Defense?
Oh, you're touching a nerve. Don't.
All right.
Well,
all right.
That will work out. However it works out. So don't ever forget the Veritas inside. So the team.
Well, you gotta get
team.
all new shirts.
Yeah, trust me. You should see what my
Depends
closet
on how much money
like.
they want. It's like when they rebrand teams or change uniforms, and I got to buy all new shit. It's all a money making scam.
Yeah, it's all because I'm making so much money off the shirt that I don't sell.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Merchandising.
Even like the volunteer shirts. Julie Bales, did you see that they got the flag
That was amazing.
with a hurricane?
Yeah.
Put it right over the date.
Because we canceled it. She's so smart.
Like they wanted to iron my shirt. I'm like, I'm not taking this shirt off. Like, first of all, it's all wet. Second of all, you don't want to see me with a shirt off. Right? But I got my shirt with the thing on it, with my birthday on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and I got to tell you this. I'm not leaking anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to leak anything. I might leak a little bit. Just a little bit.
Okay.
That's it. Maybe I'm talking to the GSSF and somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to tell you who. About together, we're working this out. So maybe.
Sponsors.
Not sponsors.
Maybe.
But we may be shooting the GSSF on a simulator in the future. I'm not saying that. I don't know where that came from. Maybe
now
the
you
phone
get
calls
382 people to revolve through that one little room. Come on now.
Well, we can't do that.
Well, then you can't shoot GSSF on a simulator now, can you?
Yes, we can, because we can say who, how many people. This one's broken.
Oh, I'll fix you another one.
Like, didn't you shoot the match last time we did a match?
Yeah, I thought you
weren't you there for that?
Yeah, I shot. Yeah, when we were in Maryland, I shot.
Yeah. No.
Maine.
Yeah, Maine, first of all.
Maine. Wherever the fuck we were. It's all the same shit up there.
Like, did you shoot the simulator tournament when we did that, the competition?
No.
All right.
Nope.
So, well, we'll run it like that.
But you can't have that many people, though. That's the problem.
What's it? No, I mean, we can't have 394 people.
Right. That's my point.
But here's a goal. I'm not saying I got a phone call from anybody. But they want to know if I thought we could hit 500 entries in October. And I'm like, I don't want to go. Yes. Because like this, I didn't do a lot of promoting of it. Then I was tied up with a lot of stuff. We got a lot of things going on, we don't want to get into. So I didn't really do anything. I said, but this is what I told them. I said, we had 10 people that said they were going to shoot that didn't show up. All right. So right there, that's 20 entries minimum. So that brings us up to almost 420. Okay. That only leaves 8. Like when the Emporium opens, and we can advertise this in the Emporium. If you're trying to tell me that we can't get 40 more people to show up to a match, or other people that thought they were going to shoot that couldn't, I mean, I don't think that's a big number. I don't think that's a big leap or a stretch.
Easy.
So he's like,
well, me and Karen, I didn't shoot this year, and we'll shoot next year. So that's 2 people right there.
It's, the only reason he's asking is because he's getting worried that they're not going to have enough GSSF people there. They got to send more people. And that's what he wanted to know. Not that he was from the GSSF, the guy I was talking to.
No.
But it's just, I got to tell you, it's a big honor for me to have them call it the Veritas Glock Challenge and put it on my birthday.
No kidding. That's nice.
And then to have all the help we got. Like I gotta tell you, like we met the president out there, Brad. Like I didn't know he was the president. He was running the RSO, like just doing a great job. Had a lot of fun with him. Then found out he was like the boss guy. Like there's always Sebastian, right? He's
great.
Yep. Like Nezzy. I love Nezzy, so we can't include Nezzy because he's way too high on the chart. But besides Nezzy, Sebastian's like my freaking favorite. Mm-hmm. All right. And, it's just, they worked just great with it. It was just a great friggin' match.
It was.
Like, how did you like it? Because you haven't worked it before, right?
Yeah. No, that's the first time I ever volunteered at one.
So,
it was definitely well run, well organized. Everybody seemed to be having a good time. Nobody got shot. Everybody was safe.
Always good thing.
We had good weather. It was a little warm on some days, but it didn't rain or anything, and a little bit of a breeze. No, it was. We had a really good time, even though we didn't shoot. We volunteered the whole time. We had a good time. Kara was only going to go Saturday, and then she had such a good time Saturday, she agreed to come back and do it again on Sunday. So
that's awesome.
13-year-old would rather do that than sit at home and play video games. I'm fine with that.
Nice.
Like we got the regular volunteer gun, raffled off, and one of us won that. All right. And then they gave us another one because we broke the record, and one of us won that. And then the range donated their gun, but the president won that.
Yeah.
Won that. So that was good. But next year we'll have like a lot. I'm already getting hit up. Bales is already over me. Like, do you think you could donate? Like, yes. Like, whatever you want. Like, she doesn't realize that she's in the tell me what to do.
Yeah.
You status. You know what I mean? Like, like I try to explain it to her. Like, you don't ask me shit. You just tell me what to do, and I will puppy dog my way. Yes, Julie. Yes, Julie. Like, just like you. You tell me what to do. Yeah. You don't have to ask me for shit.
So Scotty wants to know if you're working tomorrow. I said, yes, you are.
Who's that? Scotty V?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He works 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week, guys. He's almost always there from 10 to 7.
Unless you're not there at 6. If you're not there at 6.
And if you don't call by 6 o'clock, they're out of there by 6. But
just
Mike is there.
Walk in the door and say, "Are you guys open?" They love you.
Ring the doorbell.
Oh, yeah.
Ring the doorbell and then stand at the door. So I gotta go. Come in. I hate.
Are you guys open?
Doorbell.
This used to be a gun range. What is this now?
Yeah, with the guns firing, pow, 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 pow. So it used to be a range.
Yeah.
Like a guy came in today. I'm sitting there all by myself. The guy comes in. And he's like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Can I help you, sir?" He goes, "Yeah, it used to be a gun range." I'm like, "It's still a gun range." He goes, "Where are the guns?" I go, "Well, the guns are going to be in the gun shop will be in the big building when that opens up in a little bit." And he goes, "Oh," and then he just walks out. And I'm just like, "Hey, thanks for stopping in."
Hey, Mikey Breckles.
Mikey!
He says Mike needs a haircut.
Bye.
What I need to do is have a beer with my friend Mike.
That's right. Love that guy. Lana says, I'll make sure she knows now. I don't know what that is about.
About me. She knows.
Okay, yeah.
Like, trust me, I have been on the other end of the wrath of Yogi.
Oh,
she knows. Yeah. I don't know why she just doesn't do it. Like, my favorite Yogi thing is? When I went like this, I was doing yoga with her, right? And I'm like, if you just show me and tell me what I'm supposed to do, I can do it at home. And she goes, no. And I go, what do you mean no? She goes, you can't be trusted with yoga. I'm like, the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, she is a yogi, which means she's a master yoga instructor. It's amazing.
She is my brain in a woman's body. She goes, no, because if I show you what to do, you'll go home and then you'll hurt yourself. And I wanted to argue that point, but I was just sitting there going, right. If you weren't so right, I would be arguing this.
She's amazing. Why isn't she not watching tonight?
She don't watch this shit.
Yeah, we're talking about her.
That's why I'm talking about her, because she ain't watching it.
Sean says, so Jeff boarding the boat like you did in the video, clean shoot or no? Okay, so
let's play the video.
Talk about the video, yeah.
No, let's get to it.
All right.
What, like 5 in the morning?
Yep.
Yeah.
Busting me out?
Nah, that was the dude in that boat. Were you the one that came through the middle of the bridge? Was that you?
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, I was here, but you ran in front of the other dude over there.
You were cussing me out, dude.
Bro, you ran right through the middle of the bridge while we were all fishing.
In the middle of the fucking night, the guy didn't have any lights on.
Bro, we were all fishing here.
He didn't have any lights on.
All right, bro, I'm not gonna do this with you, bro. I'm not gonna fucking do this with you, bro. Like, it's not the right time, bro.
You know the laws?
Bro, You can't come flying through the middle of the fucking bridge, bro.
Bullshit. Yes, I can.
All right, bro. All right, bro. What are you trying to do, bro?
What am I trying
What
to
are you trying to do, bro?
You want to fucking go?
I don't want to fucking go. I want you to get the fuck out of here.
Big tough guy?
Tough guy? You pulled up on me, motherfucker.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do about it?
Yes,
Nah,
no
shit.
clue.
I'm fishing, you fucking... Like, bro, get out of here. Like, what? What are you trying to do? Act like a tough guy in front of your buddies?
No, I'm not. Dude, all these motherfuckers know I'm tough, motherfucker.
Bro, all right, bro.
I learned
You know what?
Get going, bro.
We're all fucking war veterans. We're all raised.
Well, thank you for your service, bro.
And you're gonna talk shit.
Thank you for your service, bro. But that doesn't give you the right.
Million pussy ass fuck.
All right, bro. All right, whatever. I appreciate you for your service, bro. But you don't got to run through the middle of the bridge, bro.
Dude, if your guy doesn't have his fucking
Well,
lights,
let
That's
go.
not my guy, bro. That's just another fucking dude, bro.
you have to have lights on.
My lights were on, bro.
When you're young,
My
you're
lights
10
were
feet-
on.
Guess what the fuck happened? You die, nothing happens to me.
Right, okay, bro. Keep thinking that.
No, that's the fucking truth, dude.
All right, bro. Keep thinking that.
Put your fucking lights on.
Bro, my lights were on. I wasn't sitting there. Okay, that's not my dude, bro.
Yes.
Bro, I said, bro, you almost fucking hit him. The other dude was fucking cussing you out.
I almost hit him because he didn't have his motherfucking lights on.
Bro, you shouldn't come flying through the middle of the bridge. You know people fish here, bro.
Dude,
I'm sorry, man. I don't know if that's what you want to hear, bro.
yeah, you should apologize, motherfucker.
But, bro,
As soon as he started approaching my boat, I'd have been out of
me,
Motherfucking
me too, bro. I'm out here all the time, bro.
Well, the kid's not. The kid's actually. I mean, he's yelling from time to time. He's
All
being
right,
pretty
bro.
calm, and he's like, "I
I'm the best charter
apologize."
captain you ever
okay, whatever you
meet
want,
in your
dude. He's-
motherfucking life.
All right,
the one who
bro.
started the
Cuss
whole
me
thing.
out.
Oh,
Chill, bro. Chill, bro. Please, bro.
Don't hit the fucking fire.
Please, okay, please, bro. Please, bro. Please, bro. Bro, I'm a kid, bro. Please.
Apologize.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry,
You're
bro.
gonna cuss me the fuck out.
All right,
In
bro.
the middle of the
No, bro. Please, bro. Please,
Get back to my
bro.
boat.
Okay. Please.
Fucking apologize.
I'm sorry, bro. That was not me, bro.
Yes, it was,
I know I
motherfucker.
was here, but my buddy was
Take
on the
me
boat.
back to my
Yes,
fucking
sir.
boat.
I'm a kid, bro. Please, bro.
I don't care. You don't cuss me
Yes,
the fuck
sir.
out.
All
and
right.
talk shit to me, motherfucker.
Yes, sir.
You don't do it.
I'm sorry, man. I wasn't like cussing you out,
Yes,
though, bro.
you were, dude.
I was driving the boat.
Did
Okay.
you not call me a fucking faggot?
No, bro.
Yes,
that
you
was
did,
that was
motherfucker.
my friend on the. Okay, I'm
Okay,
sorry, bro.
That was your friend on the boat.
I'm sorry,
You
bro.
and your motherfucking friend are look at it and come
Yes,
on your
sir.
boat and fuck you both up.
Yes, sir.
Do
I'm-
it again and watch what fucking happens. Don't fucking do it again.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, bro. Like, I appreciate y'all, bro. For, like, I'm sorry, bro.
Fuck with the wrong motherfucker, dude.
Bro, yes, sir.
Yep.
Mike Murphy says he just became a pirate.
Yep. That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Yeah, no, that's. I mean, it's a sort of. I mean, he wasn't trying
Right.
to steal anything, but
All right. So before we get into you telling me what a child I am, let me say how I feel about this. All right. I'm not going to talk about going to guns or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be some sort of maritime law about boarding other people. No, there's no boarding other people's
no,
boats.
state law covers all that.
All right, so this is what I feel about the video. All right, nothing to do with what is legal and what is not. All right, so here's what happened. Earlier that day, the guy that was the tough guy, okay, flew through the thing, okay, because he didn't see anybody there. Whether that's right or wrong, I don't know anything about boats. All right, so what happened is there was a guy there. It was in the dark, and he didn't have his lights on.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I understand from the video.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't there. Now, what happened is the guy without his lights on started running his mouth. Now, this is what the kid said. The kid said, "Oh no, that was a guy on another boat." Then he said the guy was on his boat. It was his friend that was running his mouth. Now, I don't know if he had his friend on there, if that was him running his mouth, but this is definitely, faithful moment. Okay? Because in the beginning of the video, he was a big tough guy, and I'm telling you that I think the kid was right. Okay? But he was running his fucking mouth.
Yep.
Right? That's the reality is he didn't think the guy was going to come on his boat, so he was running his mouth. Okay? When he found out that the guy was actually going to come on his boat or come over to him, whatever, he started saying different shit. Because when that guy said, "Do you want to go?" everything changed. Because up until that, he thought he could run his mouth. And I understand, like, here's the deal.
The other guy's running his fucking mouth too, though, dude. Why are you picking on the kid? The other guy's running his fucking mouth. That kid was repeatedly saying, "I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. Thank you for your service." That was no. The other guy was the asshole 100% in this situation.
Wait a minute.
100%.
No, wait a minute. Here's 100%. The deal. The guy was the asshole.
Yeah.
All right? But the guy was the asshole, but the kid was running his mouth. The kid didn't start
the guy was running his mouth. They were both running their mouths.
They were both running their mouth.
I'll grant you
the
that.
Kid should have just fucking left.
The other one was running his mouth 10%, but they were both running their mouth. Fine.
They were both running their mouths. But the kid was running his mouth because he didn't think the guy was going to come over.
Yep.
It's the whole thing. It's that
he was saying I was sorry. He was like, "Whatever, bro. I'm sorry."
No.
Guy's fucking being
no. Yeah, he wasn't saying he was sorry.
And that other guy,
the guy was going to punch him in the head.
Over and jumped on his boat if he wasn't a 16-year-old kid. If you were on that boat, or if I was on that boat, that fucking pussy's not jumping on our boat. He only jumped on the boat because he was being a tough guy because it was a 16-year-old kid or however old he is.
No, you're misunderstanding me, Jeff. I'm not saying the other guy's right.
Broken.
You're blaming the victim again, just like you did with the United Healthcare guy that got shot in the street.
What's that?
It's not a fuck around and find out. The fuck around and find out guy is the dude whose life is now ruined because his face is all over the fucking place and he's got charges everywhere. He had to shut down his website for his business.
Well, I'm not saying he's right. You're misunderstanding.
FAFO.
Oh no, you're misunderstanding me. Right? I am not on his side. Right? I'm not on his side. No, I'm saying the kid thought he was a tough guy in the beginning. Right? And what happened was he didn't start apologizing till the boat started coming towards him. When it started coming here's the deal.
No, I was apologizing when they were separate on the other side. When the guy started saying, "We're all veterans. You're a veteran, dude." Is that something you throw out during an argument?
I never heard a
We're all veterans, so we can drive our boat through here? What kind of veteran does that? What's that got to do with anything?
Here's the deal. I'm not supporting that guy whatsoever. My thing is that kid was running his mouth till he figured out somebody was going to punch him in it. Then he was all, "Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, fuck, I want you to get the fuck out of here." Blah, 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 blah. Like everything was good. And then the guy said, "You know what? I'm just going to come over here." Right. And then
that was after that guy started the whole fight by saying, "Were you the assholes here last night without your lights on?" Like that guy.
Well, yeah.
The whole
here's the deal. I'm not saying the guy's right. I'm not saying he's a good guy. I'm not saying anything about him. Like he's fucking wrong all the way through. Yeah. What I'm saying is the kid thought he was tough until the boat was going to come towards him.
Well, yeah, a lot of people think they're tough until some crazy asshole jumps on their boat for no reason. Yeah.
Exactly.
You don't have a right to call somebody an asshole underneath the bridge when they're calling you
an
asshole
here's the deal.
Too.
That's
not an FAFO situation.
That situation didn't start right there. It started at 5 in the morning.
Something obviously happened the night before.
Right? And it's like, whatever it was, the kid said, "Oh, he was on another boat." And then he said, "No, that was a friend of mine on this boat. It wasn't me." Mm-hmm. So.
Hey, Yogi's on. Hi, honey.
Oh, now she's
on. I don't know. Yeah. Well, I'm not fighting.
Like my thing is, I just don't like. I don't like anybody that talks shit.
Yeah.
Right. And I definitely don't like people that talk shit that don't want to fight.
But the other guy was talking more shit. He started talking shit.
Yeah, but it didn't start there. We're only seeing this part of it.
Correct. And I'm only seeing this thing. I don't know what happened the night before either, but this incident that we saw on the video, the kid was already under the bridge fishing, and the other asshole drove his boat over there and started the entire confrontation. And then when the kid's basically, in my opinion, just trying to stand up for himself and saying, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dude. You came flowing through here in an idiot. I don't consider that talking shit. I consider the guy driving his boat out of his way to come over and start a confrontation and then throwing shit in people's faces like, I'm a veteran. I'm the best fucking captain ever. I can drive through here if I want to. That's the guy who's talking shit that should get his ass beat.
Well, I'm not saying he's not fucking talking
what
shit.
I saw on the video.
He's trying to bully a 16-year-old kid, right? Or however old the kid is.
Again, that pussy's not doing that to me, and he's not doing that to you.
But the thing is this. Like, my whole thing is that kid at the end, when the boat got closer, is different than what he was saying in the beginning.
Well, but everybody would do that. Like, everybody is like internet warriors. If somebody comes and gets in your face, because yeah, he's probably not thinking this psycho is going to drive his boat over and jump on his.
That's
boat.
my point.
Yeah,
that's my point.
But you're it's like saying a woman's wearing a skirt. Shit happens.
I'm not justifying anything.
I don't give a fuck what the kid did. Like, you should be allowed to talk shit to people without people jumping on your boat and talking shit to you.
That's where I disagree with you.
There should be no
but.
You
shouldn't be able to talk shit to me.
Yes, this guy's wrong.
You don't want me to punch you in your head.
No but. It should be this guy's wrong, period.
He's wrong. I'm not saying he's right. I'm not saying he's any right.
Period. There's no reason to even give commentary about whether the kid was talking smack or not talking smack. He was wrong.
The kid should shut the fuck up.
and drive off. Drive off. Avoid
Well, the
that
guy could have drove off too.
Like, yeah, but he's an asshole.
Yeah.
Like we said this in the beginning. It's basically a road rage incident that just happens to be in a boat and not on the road. So
But-
it's like
but
every
my
other road
point-
rage
my-
incident. Some guy said something.
My thing
the
is
other guy
this.
said something and
He
somebody
shouldn't be
jumped on
running
the
his
boat.
fucking mouth.
Right.
But
if he
I'm
doesn't
never
want
going
somebody
to
to
judge
punch
the
him in.
person. I'm never going to judge the person in the road rage incident who didn't get shot by the crazy guy in the other fucking car, because there's a level of escalation where it's easy to say, well, you should just drive off. But okay, logically we should all drive off. But if I don't drive off, that doesn't mean you get to come into my car and commit a felony. Like, there's still lines in there. So I'm never going to walk it all the way back to the beginning and blame anybody but the bad guy. And I think there's only one bad guy in this situation, regardless of what the kid said or didn't say or what happened the night before.
Yeah, they were both stupid. Bill Orndorff says,
Well,
personally,
that's different.
I like
Being stupid is different than being the bad guy.
Hey, Bill.
Uncle Billy.
Hey, Bill.
Now,
You know, it's
here's
just, like, I'm
so
upset
here's the only two
at
things.
Generation Z
What generation
because
is
they
that
think
guy
they
in?
can do shit.
Who's the adult in that situation, Michael? Who's the adult in that situation? Out of those two
Who's what?
people, you have an adult and a veteran who should be
We don't
trained
know that.
in how to de-escalate and deal with those situations. And so who is the adult in that situation? So out of those two individuals, who should have driven away? Or
But the guy's an
who
asshole.
should have never driven their boat
We-
over there to start the confrontation in the first place? The kid was clearly
We
there
all
first.
agree that the guy is the asshole.
Yeah.
That's not the argument.
Right, but then you blamed it on Generation Z. That guy's probably Generation X like we are, and I would never fucking do that.
No, we wouldn't. That's not, like, here's the deal. You're trying to you think I have feelings for the asshole, and I don't.
No, you don't
Like,
like
what
the
I
kid
want-
though because he's a kid and you think he's a
I don't
punk.
want him running his fucking mouth.
Yeah.
Like, if you run your fucking
He's
mouth,
not
someone's
running
gonna
his
punch
mouth.
you in it.
The other guy's running his mouth. The other
Yeah,
guy's
but we
running
already
his mouth.
agreed that he's an asshole.
Started the
I don't
whole
see
thing.
your point. I don't see your point. He's an asshole. We all
I
agree
don't
on
see your
that.
point. I don't
My
see your
point is,
point
he
in
keep
bringing
run
up
his
anything
mouth
that
unless
the
he
kid
wants to
did.
get punched in it.
Yeah.
Here's the deal.
But setting that
Whenever I run
aside-
my mouth, I
He wasn't
expect to be
running his
punched
mouth.
into
The
it.
other guy started the confrontation, was running his mouth first.
Go back to it and listen to how he's talking.
I did. He didn't start it. The guy started it.
We're not arguing about whether the guy started it or not. Like, here's the deal. This is all I'm saying, Jeff. When that guy turned the boat to him, he started talking different.
Mm-hmm.
He should have
Of
talked like that and
course.
just drove off.
But
He
so
wouldn't have
what?
to deal with it.
But if he just kept escalating it, then you'd be like, well, he kept fucking escalating it. But when he sees that guy's going psycho, he tries to de-escalate. And what does the guy do? Jumps on his fucking boat.
Too late.
He tried to de-escalate when the guy said he was going to punch him in the head. This is when it changed.
Right.
When the guy said, "Oh, do you want to go?"
So why are you? I don't know. I'm not going to argue about it anymore. You're blaming the wrong fucking person in this particular case.
I'm not blaming him. I'm telling
Completely.
you, he should shut the fuck up.
Completely.
He should have just drove off.
The guy should have just drove off too.
The guy's an asshole.
But you didn't start your statement by saying the guy should have drove off. You started your statement by saying this is an FAFO situation for the teenage kid because he started the whole thing, and that's not what happened.
The guy's a psycho. Like, obviously there's something wrong with him or whatever.
Oh yeah, he was crazy.
You know what I mean? He was looking to beat somebody up. The kid decided he wanted to be the guy that he got beat up. That's all I'm saying.
Here's the thing. Most of us are armed nowadays, and it's much better to just drive away rather than continue with this confrontation.
Of course it is.
Of course.
Of course. But if the person doesn't drive away, I'm not going to justify the behavior of the bad guy because the person didn't drive away. Here's the only two things I'm going to say about it. Number one, let this be a lesson.
Wait a minute. Go ahead.
Well, it's 8:58, so I'm just trying to speed it up because I know our producer's going to say it's time to shut it down. So number one is let this be a lesson. Everything is fucking recorded. Everything is recorded. Why people in 2025 haven't figured out that every single thing you do on this planet is going to be tape recorded and put on social media, I don't know. So people need to be a little bit more cautious with the shit that they do in public because it's going to end up on the internet. Like, this guy's fucking life is basically over because he's going to be out of business in like a day or he's going to be in jail. Now, this is what I'll say about the legal situation because that's what everybody wants to hear. So, Florida statute 776.013 is what applies here. That is the Castle Doctrine statute, basically, that says home protection, use or threatened use of deadly force, presumption of fear of death or great bodily harm. So remember what I always say. The law is you have to be in fear of death or great bodily harm to use deadly force. If you're just out in public walking down the street, you don't get a presumption of that. Like, you kind of have to show that you were in fear of death or great bodily harm. What the Castle Doctrine says is it still requires fear of death or great bodily harm, but there's a presumption that if somebody comes into your home, they're going to cause a death or great bodily harm. So it's like an extra benefit that you get from being inside your home. Well, the Castle Doctrine extends to your conveyances too. So like subsection 2, a person is presumed to have held a reasonable fear of imminent peril of death or great bodily harm to himself or herself or another when using or threatening to use defensive force that is intended or likely to cause death or great bodily harm. If the person against whom the defensive force was used or threatened was in the process of unlawfully and forcefully entering or had unlawfully and forcefully entered a dwelling, residence, or occupied vehicle. So this would be considered, even though it's on a boat, the legal argument would be this is considered an occupied vehicle. And since the person entered the vehicle unlawfully, you can make the argument. However, it says forcefully entering as well, which, as you saw in the video, there's no force needed for a boat because you just step onto it, whereas in a house or a car, you have to open a door or force your way in or whatever. So it's not as cut and dry as people would think because it still has elements that are required for you to be on there. So could you have shot the guy the minute he came on the boat? I mean, you can make an argument that the statute would allow you to do that, but you'd also make an argument that it doesn't allow you to do that because there's no forcible entry, et cetera, et cetera.
I think I would have blunderbusted him.
Well, practically wise, this is the last thing I'll say about it is legally I can walk through all those steps all I want. But if there's an unarmed person who just steps on your boat and is not doing anything except yelling at you and you shoot them, I think you can try and walk, a cops or a prosecutor through these statutes all you want. They're still probably going to arrest you and charge you because they're going to go, there's no way we believe that you were in imminent fear and we don't care if you get a presumption or whatever. So this is another great example for what I'm always talking about on here of non-lethal defense stuff. You hit this guy in the face with some bear spray or pepper spray and then gun your fucking engine and throw him off the back into the ocean. Guess what? You're free, scot-free, and nobody's been shot. Nobody's getting any sort of trouble. So it's another instance where I believe you should carry non-lethals, because whether you can legally go to lethality or not, you're probably still going to be arrested and charged. You're going to have to hire a lawyer, et cetera, et cetera. But this is a perfect case where I think non-lethals would have solved this situation real fast.
But what if he drowns when you knock him off the boat?
That's not your problem. You didn't make him drown. You sprayed him with pepper spray and drove off. Like, they're never going to come back to you and say that you killed that guy. Now, if you turn your boat sideways and purposely chop him up with your propeller as you speed away from the scene, then you may, you may have you may be like, oh, I was just turning. I didn't know where he was. But
what if
he's not going to.
What if you guys like hit him with the boat? Is that okay?
Didn't you hear that guy?
Kind of just
he's a military veteran and the best boat captain ever. That guy's not drowning when he hits the water. He's probably got fucking 19 scuba certifications. If you ask,
he's a Ranger Special Forces.
Tell you all about it.
So
Right?
Jordan
I'm sure he can tell you all about it.
Jordan wants to know, when does the pirate law take effect?
Yeah. Everybody wants to know when the pirate law.
Everybody keeps talking about, but he's not stealing anything. So that we
don't know that.
I don't even remember if it's there anymore. I actually think I prosecuted somebody once for piracy, because all the homeless boats, there's homeless boats that would hang out in the Sarasota Marina, and they would like take their dinghies over to the other boats and like go in and steal stuff. So there is like a piracy thing, but he wasn't trying to steal anything or whatever. It would just be a straight up Florida.
Everybody's a big badass attorney until we talk about pirate law.
Battery, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. There's no maritime law. Nobody's going to charge him with some federal maritime crime or whatever. The state statutes would cover this just like anything else.
All right, we got to spin the thing. Give away the keychain and two
Captain Jack Sparrow.
We're going to do the block.
Oh, block and keychain?
No, we'll do a block and 2 chances and get out of here.
All right, no keychain.
Because I can't handle any more of this pirate law lying.
Ooh, Johnny Depp.
Right. I'm going to start
calling
him.
How big that wheel is.
Yeah.
Captain Jack.
It. This is for the block.
Armor's block.
Skinny!
Holy shit. Is he on here?
Awesome.
That's him.
All right. Hey, here it is. Sean against the world.
I know you're on here.
All right.
Shout out.
All right, let's
You don't have to worry about boat piracy in
and win
Tennessee.
Yeah.
2 chances. 2 chances for the chance to win an hour.
They don't worry about a lot of boat piracy up there in Tennessee.
You don't know that. I think you know everything.
Jordan.
There it is. Jordan.
I know not to jump on somebody's boat without their permission.
One more. Oh, Jordan again.
It's a shutout.
Look at that.
World has shut out John Hilton. It's a
Dogs
shutout.
and cats living together. Mass hysteria.
It's out of control. The world is
Everybody
standing
should start
up.
sharing. Like, share, subscribe.
It is
Go to
the world
Musings
against
MGL.
Sean.
This
The
is
world
the kind of
has,
stuff that
they have shown
this
their
is the kind
power
of stuff
tonight.
that helps the algorithm.
Great.
All right.
Lots of fun.
So even though
Sponsors.
Jeff likes to yell at me for no fucking reason.
Oh, I have reasons.
All right.
It's good
So
for the
first of all, I'd
algorithm.
like to thank all our sponsors, which are not going to go through because we got to get Kerry out of here. But
Yeah.
mostly I want to thank you guys for watching Jeff try to abuse me. I'm just saying. It ain't
Well,
going to
see,
work.
if we were in person, I wouldn't have done that to you if we were in person, because my attitude would change the minute you walked across the room.
Why? I'm a
I yell at
very
you because I know there's nothing you can do about it. Even though you are
Remember what
a
my
veteran
son said.
and the world's greatest
fucking idiot.
firearm trainer ever.
Fucking know better.
My son's saying to me,
The point is,
reasonable people don't argue like that. And I said, who the fuck ever told you I was reasonable? And
right?
He looked at me and went,
reasonable people.
You
I'm
fucking
sorry,
know
Dad.
better.
That's your elder son.
Yeah, that was Gabriel. Gabriel does not play those games with me. He's like,
No.
nope, I'm
No.
good.
No,
That kid is the smartest fucking. Like, I don't know how smart he is, but he definitely knows how I work. He's just like, sorry, Dad. I haven't said anything yet, but you're getting ready to.
Yeah, he's amazing.
All right, so thank you to everybody. All right, thank
yes,
you.
thank you for watching.
Thank you, Carrie.
All right,
Relate.
prayers for my mother to get her
Like,
out of
share, subscribe.
like, share,
We'll
and
see if anything
subscribe.
happens
Especially
between now and
going
next
to
Thursday.
Rumble.
musings with MGL on YouTube, but you guys got to
Using
start
MGL,
rumbling.
YouTube.
You got to start
Gotta start
rumbling.
rumbling.
All right,
Free speech.
may do a video Sunday night when I'm over with the Rumblers.
Oh, yeah.
They got
Yeah.
like the special lasagna
I'll probably
recipe.
get-
I'm very-
I'll probably get
Nice.
demonetized for using the pussy word too many times.
Why use it? Why? Why? Faithful.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I'm there for you.
I don't want that guy coming to my house.
All right, take us out. Love you guys. Peace. Play music.
Good night.